Howdy YouTube. I'm just a couple minutes into my walk from the spot I'm going to go camping. It is a gorgeous time change Sunday, first Sunday in November, out here on the plains of Kansas. There's no wind, which I cannot believe. It's like 58 degrees. It is beautiful. Just a couple days ago it was 13 degrees, right before Halloween. I can't remember what day that was, but we actually had snow, which is wonderful. I love snow. I actually thought about going camping in that snowstorm, but it was in the middle of the week and I was swamped with work. I just couldn't get away. For those of you who don't know, you can see what I do for my main job over at Wide Vision Metal Fab. I have a YouTube channel on that. But anyway, I'm starting my hike. I've got my go bag, which is way too much junk to be bringing for an overnighter. The reason my go bag is so big, if you've seen any of my other videos, you might know the answer to that, is my go bag is set up for me, my wife, and my daughter. So it's really set up for 3 people, not for one, for a quick overnighter. You know, and the go bag is set up for possibly not ever coming back home. The reason I grabbed this instead of putting together a different bag is, well, I didn't want to spend the time doing it. I was in a real big hurry to get out here today, so. And it's good to walk with my go bag once in a while, keep me in a little better shape and make me remember how heavy the damn thing is. I can talk about my go bag forever, but that's not why you're out here, right? We are out here to go camping on the plains of beautiful Kansas. That's kind of brown and dead right now because it's winter out here. I mean, technically it's fall, but you know, when the temperatures drop down to 13, it's winter. I'm actually at a customer's house. I came to this spot probably 20 years ago, more longer. I graduated high school in '95, and I don't know if I've been here since then, honestly. I suppose in the late 90s I was out here. I'm pretty sure I was. So it's been forever since I've walked around out here, not really remembering exactly where I'm at. But this creek, it doesn't turn. Well, it does. Okay, let me explain this here. So this little creek I'm following, it turns and heads to the west, but there's this big washout that comes in from the east. So I'm kind of stuck here in this corner, and there's a fence right there. Looks like I get through that fence pretty easy. It's kind of falling down, but so I think what I'm gonna do is see if I can just hop over the creek right there and just go ahead and get on the other side of the creek. So this could be fun. Also, for too much stuff to carry, I'm carrying a gallon of water with me. I know there's water right here, obviously, because I just showed it to you, and it's right next to a creek. But most of the water out here is ruined by oil wells. Either this water is super high salt content, or it's clear full of sulfur. So yeah, most of the water is not even drinkable out here, and you can't even filter that. And if it's not full of salt or sulfur, there's a very high probability that it is full of chemicals from agriculture. So drinking creek surface water, even filtering it, it's not safe. You know, you gotta reverse osmosis that stuff in order for it to be safe. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for it with backpack on, water jug in my hand. It's not that far, but I really don't want to fall in. There's a little trail through there. All right. I don't know. That feels sturdy. I think if I can just lean and put my leg over on that side, I can do it. I'm gonna give myself kind of a little bit of momentum here. Bloop. Whoop. Boom. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Okay. Oh, I'm out of shape. So anyway, that's where I want to go. It's right off over there, and I don't know if it's where that first evergreen tree is, or if I'm going to go up and around that bank. I don't remember exactly by any means. So, you know what? I'm going to just follow the creek, because the creek is cool, and keep my eye out for some good wood. Yeah, it's a lot more fun to follow this creek than it is to walk across the open plains, right? And this is where you might find water out here in Kansas. In these shale banks. See how wet it is right there? There's actually spring water coming out of that hillside. Very common thing. Actually once had a neighbor move here from Missouri. Oh, was that back in the late 80s? And he said, Kansas is the most backwards place I've ever seen. He said, you guys plant all your crops down in the valleys and water runs out of the tops of all the hills. And that's very true. The hilltops, for some reason, have springs on them. And most of the time in the valley, it's dry and beautiful, very fertile ground. So add some water flowing through here. Can't quite call it a pond. Water's moving pretty fast, actually. One thing that people don't realize either is how much Kansas slopes. With there being no trees on the, especially western Kansas, you don't realize what the slope is. But I knew some people that ran the Union Pacific Railway line that went next to I-70. And one of the hardest pulls that they said on their line was around Ellis, heading west. So if you ever want to get out your map, look up Ellis, Kansas on I-70 and heading west. It is super, super steep. I know it doesn't look like it when you're driving on interstate, but you are going uphill. Ellis, Kansas, I believe is around 2,200 feet, might be 2,300 feet. And by the time you get to, I can't remember, it's Colby or Goodland, probably Goodland, you're at 4,200 feet. So it's a 2,000 foot climb. God, I gotta look at a map again. I'll just put some text right here and show you the text because I got my numbers all wrong, I'm sure. Everyone says Kansas is flat. Kansas is not flat. It's just vast. So there's nothing to compare it to. Kind of like when you get to the Grand Canyon and you look at it and you're like, well, I know it's big, but it's so big it doesn't look big. There's something you just can't grasp the scale of just because it's so freaking big. And that's one of the things about Kansas. It's very deceiving. So. Yeah, anyway. I think I'm out of shape. I'm talking a lot. Well, here's a cool little spot. I think I might head out down in here somewhere. I don't know exactly where. I think he's got cattle in here because I've seen some pretty fresh cow poop. So I might hop the fence to the other side. Not that I mind camping with the cattle, it's just, no need to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here's a wet spot. So, see this tree growing out of the ground here? It's here because there's water here. See how muddy this is here? I almost thought there was water coming out at one time, but... Oh, here we go. Should have let the cows do the work for me. There, you see that? That's spring. That's why this tree's growing here. Because there's spring water coming out of the ground right here. I might walk up a little bit further, see what's up around the bend even. I can't remember where the property line is, but I'm sure if I hit a fence, I'll know I'm at the line, right? So anyway, I'm gonna shut off the camera, do some looking around, bring you back when I find camp or something interesting. where I live out here is the transition between the short grass and tall grass prairie. So we have both. Actually, I haven't seen any tall grass around here. This stuff here I don't think quite classifies as tall. It's getting there. Buffalo grass is definitely short, like this right here. So, see? You got a big circle of buffalo grass, which is short grass, and you got some of the taller grasses there. Further east you go, the taller your grass gets. That's why there's an area, where's that at? Outside of Topeka? Somewhere over there, just off I-70. That's called tall grass. It's a tall grass, I don't know if you quite call it a nature preserve, more of a nature study. They do controlled burns there and stuff like that. Because they're trying to recreate what the prairie was like 300 years ago. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool area. But anyway, that's tall grass because the grass is really 6-7 foot tall out there. Around here, you very seldom see 6 or 7 foot tall grass. All right. I'm gonna head over to that cottonwood tree and see what's there. Quail! Should have brought my shotgun. Not quite quail season yet. Quail's mighty fine eating. But that's a nice little drop off here, hey? Can hear water running. I wonder if the camera's picking that up. I don't know if it's coyote, rabbit. You see this trail right here, right up this bank. I mean, they go straight up this thing. They don't even try to walk to the side, which makes me think rabbit. And they just wear right through the grass, and they drag their little chalk-covered feet through the grass out there. Look at that. And just all that grass is covered in chalk from coming up that chalk bank. Isn't that crazy? A heck of a trail I got going here back and forth all the time. I don't know what just goes straight up a bank like that, other than rabbit. Rabbits don't care. They're kind of silly like that. Could be pack rat. No, I don't think I'm gonna go with pack rat on that. That would be, I don't think so. No. Holy crap, do they have a trail worn in here? I don't think it's deer. I don't see any hoof print marks or stuff. There we go. That's coyote right there. Wow. I didn't think coyote would just go straight up a bank like that. Well, I bet it's coyote then. I bet they walk this dang embankment. That's what they're doing right now. Holy moly. Off down there they go. Huh. Well, I still don't know where I want to camp. Whee! That's a heck of a place. Dang, that is way down there. Gorgeous, ain't it? It's actually pretty cool to make a little campsite right there, honestly. I kind of like this little area. But I ain't got much sun left, so I need to make a decision. Not near as flat as I thought it was. This is freaking steep. Yeah. Can't camp here. Let's go look at the edge here. way back up there already. This is kind of a cool spot. One of the shows I really like watching is Alone. Oh man, I love that show. I don't know if I could be on that show or not. Think about it all the time. That's what just brought it to my mind right now. As I'm at that point where I've been out here long enough that I am alone. And it's going through my mind. I've hit that wall of, man, this would be so much funner if I had somebody with me. Yeah, that show would be difficult. You know, it seems great that you can go out there and spend however long you want in the wilderness, but I know what it's like to be alone. And you got to first off, you got to get through that wall, like, immediately. If you know there's an end in sight, it's a lot easier to get through that wall. Like for me, I know I'm leaving tomorrow. Okay, I can do that. It's a goal. But on a show where you have no idea how long you're going to be there, it'd wear you down. Guarantee you it would. This is a cool little spot here. I was kind of hoping maybe I could camp in, but once again, nothing anywhere close to being flat enough for me to sleep on. But also, I think we might be invading on somebody's home. I can't tell if this is active or not. Bet you dollars to donuts that's a coyote den. I don't know. I really don't see a lot of activity in and out. Like it's, you know, nothing fresh. It all looks old and packed down to me. I don't know, that might be... No, even that's packed down. There's no soft dirt here. That's all packed in. So, I think it's abandoned. See if there's enough light for you to see that plank down in there. Well, I gotta remember that's there, because I might be able to go fetch that and make myself a bridge out of it. That'd be pretty cool. Wow, temperature's dropping fast. Whew. My ears are starting to hurt. There's some metal parts up there, some old equipment of some sort. Yeah, it's flat spot shale. We don't want to camp on the shale. That's not fun. Oh. I don't know if I'll go over there or over here. Alright, bunch of wood there, I guess. That tree's probably dead. I don't know, very few leaves on anything, but there's absolutely no leaves on that, so I'm guessing it's been dead a while. That's probably will work. No sun. There's a bird. Those meadowlarks? I don't think so. I could not see them good enough. I think I'm just gonna go right here. It's dark now, so I hope you can see something with the little flashlight I brought with me. I'm gonna show you guys this flashlight one of these days. It's a pretty cool little flashlight. But anyway, I went and got the plank. I did it without the camera because I forgot the head mount for my camera, you know, to strap this camera to my head. So I didn't take the camera with me, but I just wanted to get that here and set up just, you know, before it got dark. So that's what I've been doing. The moon's bright. It's pretty. Well, YouTube, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to bail. I'm going to go back home. I need to work tomorrow. And it's just really gnawing at me, and it's hard just to sit out here and enjoy life, thinking about everything I really need to do tomorrow, because tomorrow's Monday. I should work. I really want to just take a me day and enjoy life, but I just got so much going on, I can't enjoy it at the moment. I've had a wonderful 3.5 hours, whatever it's been, hiking around out here in this pasture. It has been fun. Really enjoyed it. But I think it's time to go home, spend a good night in my bed. I feel like my head is clear. you know, I've got the whole trapped in the house syndrome out of me. And yeah, I think I'm ready to go and put in a good day tomorrow. And I really would sleep at home than sleep out here and then try to get up early and try to go home and try to work. I can count on one hand the amount of times that I have bailed on a camping trip. One of those was weather. Like we had a microburst, something like that. It was pretty much a tornado. It broke the poles on the tent. It was horrible, and we bailed and went home. Another time, we did not take a tent, and it started pouring rain. We didn't take a tarp, we didn't take a tent, we didn't take anything. We had zero rain protection. So we went home. Otherwise, I literally cannot think of another time that I've bailed on a camping trip. This might be my third time. And I've been camping for, well, 32 years now. So once every 10 years, I guess I bail. All right, I got to start hiking. I got, probably at least a half-hour hike or better to get back to my truck. So, and I am shaking holding the camera like this because I'm getting cold. So, kind of disappointed in myself, but I had a blast out here today, and that's really all that matters. Okay, later.